Hello travelers and guys to visit us. Welcome to this new video on One Travel, the channel of your favorite travel agency. One Travel, a unique and special experience.
One Travel is a project created by 4 Colombian students where we organized a trip that lasted only one day. But just because it lasted a short time doesn't mean it wasn't fantastic.
Our goal is to take you to see the best museums in the world, spectacular places full of art and the cultures from many countries gathered in the one space in use one day.
We have taken more than 100 people on each adventure.
In total, One Travel has conducted this experience in 50 museums, including the Louvre Museum in Paris, the British Museum in London, the National Palace Museum in Taiwan, the Hermitage Museum in Russia, among others.
Each of trip has been recorded on the video and is here our YouTube channel. In the description box, we will leave you some of these so you can watch the wonder if a trip in use one day.
Our trips include a flight from wherever you are, meals and a personalized and different tour of the museum in all the rooms.
In addition, One Travel organizes small events in each museum it visits, but you will see that later.
At the end of the video, we will tell you how you can book and a little more about our agency. Let's start with today's adventure.
Well travelers, today we will be leading a rather large group. 35 people have booked for today's adventure. Some are coming from China, Russia, France and Italy. So without further ado, the museum we will visit today is the Soumaya Museum. That's right, it's a beautiful museum.
This museum located in Plaza Casa in Mexico City and is open every day from the 10:30 a.m. until 6 o'clock, and it's free of the charge.
Before entering, let's talk about this magnificent structure. Well, it has an area of 17,000 square meters. Its structure is made up of 28 curved steel columns of different diameters and 7 rings or perimeter beams that provide stability.
It has a height of 46 meters and dozens more figures that can be seen. In total are 16,000 aluminum hexagons. It is undeniably a work of art just for what we see on the outside. Let's go inside to see what else we find.
The Soumaya Museum is a non-profit cultural institution. Construction began at the end of 2007 and it was founded on March 28, 2011. The museum's name honors the memory of Soumaya Mouseum, wife of businessman and founder of the museum, Carlos Lim.
This museum was conceived as unique and contemporary sculptural construction. Its avant-garde morphology and typology define a new paradigm in the history of Mexico and international architecture.
This museum grows at 66,000 works from the approximately 30 countries of art and space great exponents the world on countries among others. The second largest collection of the sculptures by Rodin in the world, and several other is the medieval and Renaissance art as well as impressions painters.
This heterogeneous collection is housed in a permanent exhibition space, spread over 6 levels. On each level there is a room, of which 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6 are dedicated to permanent exhibitions and 5 to temporary exhibitions. The building also includes an auditorium for 350 people, a library, offices, a gift store, and a meeting room multi-purpose.
The French edition of Vogue magazine recently published 17 museums in all countries that deserve let be seen. Living it is virtual.
Among those included are places like Le Louvre in Paris, the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, the Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg, the Vatican Museum, and of course, our Soumaya Museum, the only one in Latin America.
The 140 work of Rodin, the Master of New Spain, and the paintings of Diego Rivera, Salvador Dali, and Pablo Picasso are, according to the magazine Moses of the Museum That Made, it's possible to say that the Soumaya is one of the most beautiful museums of 2019.
The truth is that it space that brings great exponents of art closer to the public. Also, works by iconic artists, such as Picasso, Dali, Sicarios, Tamayo, or Rivera, and Nova Hispanic and Latin American art.
We will start by going to room 1, where my colleague is already waiting for you. Please come in.
Come on, come on. Welcome to the one room of gold and silver, decorative art. Okay, Baroque, Renaissance, and Neoclassicism, Cubism, Avant-garde, and Surrealism under the same roof. Also, this viscerally Republican and second coins in Mexico. This room is a tribute to the art of manufacturing irons with precious materials. We are going to tour this room, so take your time. In 30 minutes, I will tell you about a very special painting, and then we will leave this room, okay? Travelers, come on! Well, this work is called Custodia. It's a work of the Viceroy of Nueva Granada, cleared silver, molded and chiseled with inlaid ruby, emeralds, diamonds, amethysts, pearls, and crystal. The silverware industry reached its the maximum splendor during the 17th and 18th centuries. It was the Viceroy of Nueva Granada, which encompassed the current territories of Colombia, Ecuador, Panama, and Venezuela, that excelled in the manufacture of exuberant pieces of silverware.
Addition travels, we are heading to room 2 of the museums. Follow me, please. Welcome to the Asian Ivory. Laura Fernandez Banguero's collection was donated to Fundación Carlos Slim in 2012, and more than 600 paints were already available. To the biographical examples that were already part of the Soumaya Mouseum collection. The immortals, shining, mythological people of the destroying evil, skilled demonstrably by Asia artists and sculptors in turning simple pies of ivory into incredible art. Superstitious where they creating the chimera dragons and other legendary animals is from other planets. You can do an urge in pies in the detail, and we will be near if you need. I have ready the reference on the screws. Before we go, I want to tell you about this sculpture in particular. They were interpreted by Holzberg, writing in 1817. It's one of the rarest works that can be found in the Soumaya Mouseum. It's one of the 144 works made by its author, who was a French realist painter.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to room 3. This room is called European and Neo-Hispanic Old Masters. The room gathers works of art from the most outstanding European school: Flemish, Hispanic, Germanic, Italian, and French. You can see a wide collection of painting and handicraft made by some old masters who lived their splendor in the times of the New Spain. His work consists of religion representations of historical events, allegories, and passages of saints. I want to talk about this specific painting. The Virgin and Child with the Crown of Thorns and the Three Nails is a work by Sandro Borisel. The work is painted in tempera and gold on panel and was identified by Italian and historian Mina Gregori. This work is the first by the Italian master in a Latin American collection. Now we are all going to head to the assist. We are 2 bands of waiting for use. We are all going to the restaurant and recess just for use. Back in the museum, we will now see room 4.
This room is entitled From Impressionism to the Avant-Garde, and Vincent van Gogh, the famous Dutch artist, said, "I know no better definition of the word art than this. Art is man added to nature." In this room, you will find various works of art by painters who traveled around the world to portray a wide range of natural landscapes. In addition, you will find works by avant-garde artists who saw the reasons for rebellion against culture and condition through their paintings.
Okay, travelers, today we organized a small meeting in room 5, but there is no exhibition at the moment. There are only paintings of Mexican art of the 20th century, so we invited some art personalities that you will see passing by on your right.
I am Lita Cabelut. Can be said that together with Coco Chanel, we have something in common. More than one might, except I am a painter with gypsy origins whose life, like that of Mademoiselle Chanel, has followed an extraordinary evolution. This work perfectly conveys the physiological complexity of one of the most famous figures in fashion, reflecting her darkness, her most mysterious side, but also the luminosity of her soul, and constant black and white in Coco's personality that has become the true hallmark of the Chanel brand.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yayoi Kusama. I am from Japan, and today I come to tell you about Fireflies on Water. This is one of my art exhibitions that is currently in Toledo Art Museum in Toledo. I believe it in 2002. It is a completely closed room where one person is allowed in at a time, but only for 60 seconds. So if you can see the exhibit, be sure to soak up every second. Use materials like lights, water, plexiglass, and mirrors to create the beautiful light installation. The room gives off the effect of being on a lake at night with thousands of fireflies surrounding you. And thank you.
This room is called the Rolling Ava, and is a tribute to the works of the famous French sculptor Auguste Rodin. Artemisa Getty Lenchill's artist production includes different versions of Mary Magdalene as Melancholy, made between 1622 and 1625. In this representation of Mary Magdalene, it is possible that the painter, who was abused in 1611, expressed her own state of mind. This work is very close to the canvas in the treasure chamber of Cathedral of Seville, Spain. Goodbye!
To reserve your can, you have 3 options to reserve in one travel: a unique and special experience.